All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here we are back again. We just got Dave this time around, and we want to get into a bit more detail about one of the questions that he was answering when he was talking about the setup of the Penn State
Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
I keep saying Penn State. Hey, I'm a Nittany Lion. This isn't Nittany
It's all
Sports
Pennsylvania, so that's good.
All right, all right. The Pennsylvania Hall of Fame and their setup. So you were saying that there's 27 chapters, and how does a chapter go about nominating one of their local? Because you mentioned that it's set up where it's on a community level in those 27 different communities. So how does a chapter go about nominating someone for the Hall of Fame?
Well, normally what happens is not a written rule, but the chapters have to sponsor nominees for the state. Okay? Normally it's because they came from their inductees at the local level. You know, for example, a few years back we got Joe Fraser. He lived in our community for a number of years. Joe, we got inducted into the chapter. A couple years later, we nominated him for states, and unfortunately, he went in as a deceased member, but he went in. So that's how it works. Each chapter works in their community, the people that grew up, did their sports, whatever, in that area, and that's how they get it. They have to have ties to Pennsylvania, and at the chapter level, like here, we're Montgomery County.
Right.
So they have to be born, raised, gone to school, played, worked, or whatever got their notoriety. Somehow that has to be tied to Montgomery County.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How beneficial would it be? I see a big old bus in there, and our producer said, "How'd they get a bus in here?" I was like, "Well, it's a convention center essentially, so they're able to do that." Now, how beneficial would it be if you've got 27 chapters all over the state? How beneficial would it be if you had a bus like you see John Madden used to have a bus with these faces on the side of super players, player that had a great game that day, and that bus drove across the country. Well, a bus driving from chapter to chapter that children could come in and see how people in their very own community did great things. Would that be beneficial for the Hall of Fame?
Well, you hit the button right on the head. For about 35 years that I'm aware of, there's been a big issue of a museum. And
in one place.
They built a brick mortar museum and all that. It was going to be in Harrisburg years back. Something happened, it fell through. They had the funding and all that. I think it had something to do with the mayor who wanted to get involved by his name on the project. And, he's not part of the Hall of Fame. So anyway, it was a combination of things that fell through, and it's been on the table since then.
35 years on the table.
At least. And about, I guess 2 or 3 years ago, when this was coming up, and rightfully so, these guys want to have a museum. They want an identity.
Right.
We are 53 years old. We have 650-some inductees. As you look at the list, it's an incredible list of athletes.
So you can put all sorts of things on a bus, probably $250,000 bus.
Well, what we did, and we had meetings today, and just got it approved.
Okay.
We've been talking about for a year and a half. We're going to get a mobile museum, a big tractor trailer, double wide, it opens up, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do just like you said. We're going to take it to the schools for educational purposes. We're going to go to sports venues, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just a win-win-win situation. It also, promotes us.
Right.
People will see the bus. And if we can't get sponsors, there's some great corporations in Pennsylvania that want to put their name on the side of that bus.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where we're going to go, and it was approved today.
Congratulations.
And unfortunately, I don't say unfortunately, I have the chore. They just appointed me executive director at the state level.
Oh, really?
And
well, congratulations. What do you mean unfortunate? You see that, ladies and gentlemen?
When I say
I don't know if that's humility. I don't know what that was. What was that?
No. What it means is I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Absolutely. and they picked a good man for the job. You're up for the work.
We're going to get this done. You're going to see that tractor trailer on the road in a couple of years.
Can you call it a bus?
No, it's a tractor trailer. It's going to be an 18-wheeler. When it opens up wide,
okay.
I mean, we're going to do this right.
Wow.
You know, and it makes sense if you look at all the things that it's going to promote, it's going to do this and that. It's a win-win-win situation. Plus, the cost of it is a fraction of a museum, and then you got to spend hundreds of millions, thousands of dollars. I mean, get people to come see you.
You already won. You don't have to get these folks to vote for you. You won.
Well, that's
congratulations.
I can need to chip in. We need donations.
There you go. Well, you know what? Nittany Sports Huddle is on board with Dave Ritting, the new executive director at the state level, ladies and gentlemen, coming in the door, kicking in the door, getting things done, pushing forward as an organism.
I got to tell you, speaking about Penn State was actually a site location that was discussed with us.
There's no room for it.
And that was the whole thing.
Yeah, there's no
But we're hoping that maybe we can park the trailer there when they're not working.
Here we go.
We never know.
He never stops working. We're trying to do an interview and you're working already. We will see. God bless you. Quintus McDonald signing off for Nittany Sports Huddle. God bless.